church. I hope you guys have a great day. It's a beautiful day out. It's a little cold, but I'm just relaxing on this Sunday, and I'm gonna go enjoy myself. You know, I had to come and pay my respects, and so now I'm off to church. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll be back on later. Got a lot of good things planned. Make sure you guys hit the like button. And the toy drive is going pretty good. Got almost 300. What's good, Kenny? Just on my way to church now. You know. Hello, Liz. What's good, Yankees for life? Shout out to Liz Coppola. Look at this view. You can see the whole town from here. I hate that I even gotta come here, you know what I'm saying? They do it all the time. And it's great. It makes me feel better, and that's why I do it. And her birthday's coming up too, matter of fact. Her birthday is on the 17th. So I'm definitely gonna do something for that. What's good, man? I'm just on my way to church now, and man, I cut myself shaving. Oh man. I was just in there looking at thank you. You guys have a blessed day too. I was just in there looking at the different graves, right? The different it's a mausoleum, so they put the coffins inside this inside the wall. So I was looking at the different names and stuff, and fucking guy's not even looking where he's going. And this kid that I know is in there, and he was born on the same year as me, so it makes me really look at things, you know? Especially when you get older, you start to know, figure out what life's about and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And figure out what's important. It took me a long time to figure that out. Long time. Not that I got it all figured out, because I don't. Not at all, by no means. Got some good stories coming up though, and I have a lot of good guests. I have a lot of good things planned. Hope you guys are ready for it. You guys are gonna be shocked at the people that I have coming on. I'm like, wow. 7:20 there. It's 10, almost 10:30 here already. It's crazy. By the time it's all nighttime, it's still light there. It's insane. I remember I went to California one time, and the time change really, it messed me all up. I was like all thrown off. I was like, I didn't know what the hell. But people in California are a lot different than the people out in California are a lot different than the people in Connecticut. There's a lot of people in California, I noticed, that they don't smoke cigarettes a lot. There's a lot of people that work out there, a lot more people than out here. It's just a really different. It's different. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to LA once, and I've been to San Diego, Mission Bay. I went to the Gaslight District in San Diego. I went to the San Diego Zoo. There's like a big outside mall there. I went there. I went to Tijuana. I went on the little trolleys and all that shit. And I went to the bad areas of San Diego. I was not I wasn't living to the best standards back then. But I remember the trip real good. But I loved it out there. It's beautiful. I would love to go back. I'm definitely gonna go back. I tried to go to Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee this morning. The fucking line is outside the fucking, all into the road. I'm like, fuck that. Time for that. How does anyone even just sit there that long and wait? Like, I don't get it. The sun is bright as hell, man. The probation office is right here, and this guy I know, I think I already told this story, but this guy I know, he went to the probation office and he jumped off the roof. It's about 8 stories. I can't really read the comments right now, so I don't want to crash. See, when I'm driving around town, you can see there's homeless people all over. People all walking with bags and shit. What's good? What's good? Looking for the truth? The sun is bright as hell, man. So if you guys don't know, I told you guys this 2 people I know died last week from heroin overdoses. And one of the people is this dude, Gabe, and I grew up with him. And he was a member of the Latin Kings. And back then, in those days, we used to fight with each other back then. And there was always something going on. People shooting at each other, stabbing each other. It was fights. It was people jumping each other. It was always some craziness going on. And he was always one of the main people, I remember. And I remember one time in court, and I'm sitting in the courtroom, and I had a case going on. He had a case going on. But it was separate. Like we both had cases going on at the same time. He'd be grilling me inside the pews, you know. And he was something happened with his case, and he snatched the paper off the desk. He was like, "Give me that paper," to the judge, and he was saying like "fuck you" to the judge, and he just walked out of the courtroom, and they let him. And I was like, "What just happened? Like what?" It was insane. He was being like crazy disrespectful, and they didn't even care. Like, I don't know if he intimidated them. I don't know what the reason for it was, but it was weird. I'd never seen nothing like that before in my life. Shit, where can I park, man? I don't want to get trapped in here when all these people are leaving. What's good, Gunsmoke to Don? Yeah, definitely, bro. Big homeless area, Skid Row. Yeah, I know about Skid Row. Well, I don't know about it. I've seen videos and all that shit. It's pretty crazy. Thank you, looking for the truth, man. You know, you gotta get dressed up when you go to church. I guess you don't got to, but I ain't far from you, from Waterbury. I used to live in Waterbury, man. I used to live on Baldwin, off of Baldwin on South Street. I used to live there, and I used to live on Meriden Ave. Yeah, I'm about to walk over to the park with you guys, where they these kids I know, they beat this kid to death on the basketball court. They were hitting him with bottles and all this shit. I'm gonna bring you right to where it happened. So that night when it happened, I was walking by, right? And these dudes were like, yo, they were calling me to come over there. And I was like, hell no, I ain't going over there. These dudes are jumping this dude, hitting him with bottles and all this. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez is from here. Yeah, I know Aaron, Carlos, I know all of them. So they jumped this kid in the park, and they beat him with bottles and shit. He ended up dying. It was a pretty sad case. But one of the dudes that did it is one of my friends. And he ended up going to jail, and he's about to get out. I think he got manslaughter. Pretty sure he did about 9 years for it. This is what the front of the church looks like, if you didn't know. Another thing that happened in here. So, one morning, this guy came in here and he hung himself on one of the trees over here. I think one of these ones. In the morning, they found him just hanging on one of the trees. Crazy. Crazy shit happens out here. A lot of it doesn't. Some of it gets reported in the news, and then you don't hear nothing about it after that. Like, one guy was found beat to death. This was, I think, last summer, and nothing. There was nothing ever talked about. It just said that he was found beat to death and on the side of the road, all bloody. No one ever got found for it. It's like shit like that happens all the time, and they don't talk about it. They just, I don't know. It's weird. But this is the basketball court where it happened. See the DJ on the fence. Yeah, they were all hanging out here, drinking and whatever, and they ended up jumping and beating them really bad. But that's not the type I want to live no more. That's not the type of life I want to live anymore, you know? I'm trying to help people and do the right thing now. Yeah, it was for no reason, man. They did that shit for no reason, really. They just, I don't know. You know, like how people, the same thing happens in prison. Like when people start fighting, other people get involved and they want to be involved in it. I don't know why. It's like their adrenaline gets pumped up and they're like, they just want to be involved. It's like a pack mentality. And I've seen it in prison too. I've seen it outside of prison and I've seen it in prison. Once dudes start jumping someone, it's like a frenzy and they feed off of that shit. And they don't care how bad the dude's hurt, they'll just keep going with it. What time is it, people? Let's get a half hour. What region do I go to? What do you mean? Getting aggression out, yeah. Especially in prison, all these dudes are pissed off. You know what I mean? Usually around when you're in prison, when it starts to get nice outside, and they start letting people out to go outside to wreck and shit. You know, that's when the fights start. Because everyone wants to be outside. Oh, what church do I go to? I go to Catholic. I go to Italian Catholic church. It's all Italians in this church. Everyone's speaking Italian and all that shit. My grandmother used to speak Italian. But I always wondered that, like what the different churches were for. And now I'm starting to realize it's for different ethnicities and stuff like that, you know. But and I don't know if you guys can answer this. Can anyone go to any church? Like if I wanted to go to Irish church, like an Irish church, would they let me go? Would I be allowed in there? And anyone out there that's struggling with addiction, my only suggestion is get a higher power and study the book. Because when I was locked up, I was like checking out different religions to see which one I would like, and I don't know why. My mother used to bring me here when I was a young kid, and Used to bring me, my brother, my sister here, so it like stuck in my head, you know? So that's the reason why I always come back. I try to get my mother to come here with me and she won't. Yeah, I understand that. You don't, everyone, I understand that. Everyone doesn't have to go to church, you know? That's just me. I love going to church, man. It's my thing, you know? I don't care what other people do. I know I'm doing what I want to do. I love the direction my life's going in. I love the people I have in my life right now. It's great. Even though most of these people look at me like I'm fucking crazy when they see all the tattoos on my face, everyone stares at me and shit. I can see it. When I look over, I can see them look away and shit. It's funny. I don't know. I guess everyone's judgmental. I do it. I judge people. I'm guilty of it. I'm not perfect. And I'm working on it, you know? But I definitely, even if I judge people, I always give them a chance. I give them a fair chance. And beat the crap out of each other for 6 days and repeat. Yeah. Yeah, right? They do all this bad shit throughout the week and then go to church to like wipe the slate clean. That's not what I do. At all. Want to rule here. Yeah, man. And yeah, everyone doesn't have to go to church. My grandmother used to say that the world is my church. It's just me, you know? It's just what I want to do. Can you imagine what them conservative old ladies think of me when I walk in there? Really? I go every Sunday, man. Every single Sunday. Do videos that compare the different religions. I'll check them out. Yeah, I go every Sunday. I go to confession every Saturday. I don't do it for anything else besides myself. I do it for me. You know? I do it to cleanse my soul. I don't care about what people think about me. If I cared about what people thought about me, I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even come. But when I leave church, I got a good feeling inside. How long have you been going to church? For about a year. About a year. A little less than a year. So when I went to rehab, right? I went. I'll tell the story another time. I don't have time right now, but I definitely would tell it and explain how I got to this point. But now just not the time for that story. But make sure you guys hit the like button, man. There's only 2 likes in here, and there's 6 people, 7 people. Please hit the like button. It helps me. Do they have church in prison? And if so, did you go? They do have church in prison. I would go sometimes, but in prison you just go to church to like see your friends and pass shit to people and have meetings with people. That's what church is for in prison. It's not for religion. But I do remember one day I was in church in prison, and I was in, I think it was Enfield, Connecticut, and they played this song in there, and I don't know, I got like real fucking like shit hit me like, what the fuck am I doing? And I remember it. What's good, Walt Liquor? How you doing, bro? Chilling, man. Just getting ready to go into church. You know. I go to mass on the holidays. However, if I am feeling down, other times I will go in front of statue of Mother. Yeah, right. Like my I put my father back in the Mother Mary statue. That's where I go. I don't know. It gives me peace, and I feel at peace there, and I feel especially when I had nowhere to go. I had absolutely nowhere to go. I didn't know what to do with my life. I had my father's ashes with me, and I put them in back of the Virgin Mary statue. I buried them in back of the Virgin Mary statue because I didn't know what else to do. So that's what I did, and it gave me a place to go, and I go there. I still go there all the time. Thank you for that Cash App, man. Smoking Tommy Trading Post. I really appreciate that. That's going to go towards the kids' toy drive. I noticed all these people having toy drives now. Salute to them. All the people that are helping their community, that's what they should be doing. Because every community needs help, not just mine. And if everyone played their part in their own place where they lived, it would be a better world. But I'm going to have a good show tonight. I know it's going to be a really good one. I'm going to tell some really good stories. Don't the bells go off? The bells ring when it's time for church, right? And isn't that back in the day when people were on horses and shit, they would is a great safety net. Yes, it is. When they used to ride horses and shit, they would ring the bell, right? When I go to church, I pray for all those people who got shot and this dude. And when I went to the mausoleum, I buy flowers all the time, right? Because they usually take them off and throw them away or whatever. So I bought fake ones, and they were gone sometimes. They're gone sometimes. So when I went there, they were still there when I went. John Gotti. That's not the real guy. That's not the real Curtis Sliwa or whatever his name is. Shout out to Chicky. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to Joey Catalano. Shout out to Dave Icavetti. Shout out to Ciro. Shout out to Liz Coppola. Shout out to everyone that supports me. Squiggles. Everyone. I got respect for everyone. I appreciate everything everyone's doing for me. Cuzzo. There's so many people. Gunsmoke. Fatball Sicilian. There's tons of people. I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. And I'm going to have a good show later, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be probably around 7 or 8 o'clock. So, I have good topics to talk about. I got some good stuff. My father is from Portugal. My parents are from Italy. Both sides do not mess with church because of the corruption, weirdo shit that went. Yeah, right? I know there I don't agree with that shit. That's some weirdo shit. And that shit should not be tolerated. They even bring it up in church. They bring it up and everything. And they say like if any corruption scandals or any of that shit, then people should be outed. They don't fuck around in my church. They're not scared. In my church, they're not scared to be like, that shit is wrong. And I'm glad I'm in the church that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Catholic. Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna head in so I could get a decent seat. But I love every single one of you guys. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Put the little bell and set it to all so you get all my videos. I'm gonna drop the Mike Appa interview tonight, and it's gonna be a good one. So stay tuned. See you guys later, man. Have a great day, everyone.